Good morning everybody, well good afternoon should I say. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a little what I eat in a day. Oh, somebody wants me. And it's my mom. Anywho, I have had a lot of questions over the last maybe 3 weeks or so on Instagram from you guys asking me to share a what I eat in a day. I cannot believe how many of you have messaged me, so I thought today that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So you've all been asking me to share a pretty like standard, realistic what I eat in a day. More specifically, what I eat in a day to lose weight, because I think a couple of you have noticed that I have lost a little bit of weight recently, and you just want to know how I've done it. So before I start into this, I am very conscious that I don't want anybody to think that I'm telling anybody to lose weight. I don't want anybody to think that I know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to nutrition or anything like that. I am not a nutritionist. I am literally just sharing this video to tell you what I have been eating as of recent that has had an effect on my weight loss, I suppose. Also, I think it's really important that I want to add that weight loss is great and everything, but I really do believe that feeling good and feeling healthy and feeling like you've got more energy and feeling good about yourself in general is most important, like overall, never mind the whole weight loss and that kind of thing. I really do think feeling good is the most important thing first and foremost. My diet has had a huge overhaul in the last year and a half, and I don't miss the way that I ate at all. I still eat lots of food and food that I absolutely love. And if I was to give like in a nutshell, before I even start into showing you what I eat like on a daily basis, if I could give you some tips that are really straightforward to change your body and how you feel from the inside out, I suppose, is to eat lots of fruit and vegetables. Those are two things that I kind of had as New Year's resolutions in 2018, was to eat more fruit and vegetables, aka salads, and just lots of veggies with my main meals of the day. The fruit I have just started incorporating maybe in the last like 3 months or so, but I've gotten better at it. The vegetables were easier for me, so it's not that it's like a straightforward, this is simple. Sometimes it's a process. So yeah, add as much fruit and vegetables into your diet as you can, because I say eat as much of that kind of thing as you want. Like, you can have your protein or whatever you want and then just go to town on the fruit and vegetables, because all that's good for you. I really don't eat like takeout, McDonald's and KFC and all that kind of thing, like fast food. I really don't eat any of that. If I want to have like takeout, I get sushi, because I love sushi, so that's my go-to when I want like a takeout. What else? Exercise. I don't exercise like a crazy amount, you guys. I don't go to the gym. I sometimes do at-home workouts like sit-ups and planks and squats and stuff like that, but not frequently. I want to stress that, not frequently, but that's one thing I actually do want to add in this year, just to give myself a little bit more energy for no specific reason. But I walk about 4 times a week, I'm going to say, sometimes less, sometimes more, for about 45 minutes to an hour outside, and I try and get in as many inclines, so hills and things like that, as possible. So yeah, lots of fruit and veg, cutting out all the processed bad stuff, and just like doing some light exercise, I suppose. So things that are fairly straightforward. I wish I had like a magic thing that I could say, this is like mind-blowing, this is gonna change your life. Well, it is gonna change your life if you eat healthy. But yeah, I think just being a little bit more mindful about what you're putting into your body, educating yourself a little bit more about food, and trying to experiment a little bit more in the kitchen as well, because I find like when you start adding spices to things and, you know, just more flavor, everything tastes really good, so you're gonna want to eat it anyway. And also, if there are things that you don't really like I wasn't a big fan of salads, but I love them now. Find ways to incorporate foods that you do like into the salads or into whatever you're trying to start to eat, and you'll start like gradually finding a taste for them. Like, for example, I love the flavor of strawberries, but I was never a big strawberry person, but I started adding them to my porridge in the mornings, and now I actually really like strawberries. Go figure. So those are just like a couple of tips that have helped me over the last year and a half to kind of gradually lose a little bit of weight, and hopefully they can help you out too. So anyway, onto the what I eat in a day portion of today's video, which is what this is all about. So I wanted to share what I had for breakfast, although I did not have much time to actually film that this morning because I had to go to work really freaking early. So I just kind of like briefly filmed it for you. So on a day-to-day basis, I eat 2 things for breakfast. Not like 2 things a day, but one of 2 things. So I either have porridge like I had this morning. So I use Flavin's oats, these ones here, the 100% whole grain organic porridge oats. Those all day, every day, and I weigh them out in the morning. So I do about 45 grams of porridge oats. I don't weigh those because I am hooked up, or hung up should I say, on how much I'm eating. It's just that I am one of those people when it comes to rice or pasta or oats, I make way too much. I have no sense of measurements in my head, so it's just easier if I weigh them out, and I know that that's like the perfect amount for me to eat in the morning. I'm not making too much or too little for myself. So I do about 45 grams or 50 grams or whatever, like loosely, of porridge oats, and then I add some milk to it. And what I do is I do that, like I come downstairs and I make a cup of tea first thing in the morning, which I also have one sitting beside me right now. I make my tea and I get the oats and the milk and I leave them kind of steeping or soaking or whatever, and I run upstairs and do my makeup. After that, then I come downstairs and actually turn the oats on, because I feel like once they've soaked up some of the milk, they cook a little bit faster, so I can get out the door to work quicker. So I cook them in some milk, but also what I've been doing recently is actually just cooking them in water. So I do the 45 grams of oats and then I do twice that amount of your liquid or whatever. So sometimes I'll do all whole milk, sometimes I'll do water and like a dash of milk, and then I will always add maple syrup, because yum, it just makes it taste so good. So I added maple syrup this morning, but sometimes I'll add strawberries as well on top of that. I didn't have strawberries this morning, but that is something that I have on my porridge quite often. And a little bit of cinnamon sometimes is really nice too. It's nice to mix up the toppings on your porridge because it means that it doesn't get boring then. Sometimes blueberries and maple syrup's really good as well. So that's one of the breakfast options that I have during the week. Or if you are a regular viewer of this channel, you know my other option is scrambled eggs and smoked salmon. So I'll do 2 full eggs and 1 egg white just to like bulk it up, and then 2 slices of smoked salmon, and that kind of keeps me going until lunchtime. So those are either of the options that I usually have for breakfast. I really don't do anything crazy different to that. If I'm out for breakfast, I usually have an egg option, whatever the eggs are on the menu, or porridge if they have porridge on it, because I love when you can get porridge when you're out. So that is generally what I have for my breakfast. And my tea, for those of you that always ask, I should just start leaving this down in the description box. This is the tea that I drink most frequently. So this is Lion's Original Blend, Ireland's favourite tea. So they say. So that's what I drink every day, and I add some whole milk to it, and that is for the most part the only tea that I drink. Sometimes I'll drink green tea, sometimes I'll drink white tea, but for the most part, like 95% of the time, that's the tea that I drink. And I don't know how many cups of tea I drink a day, because I drink probably far too much, but that's what I drink. Anywho, so that is my breakfast and my constant tea intake throughout the day. I also try to drink as much water as I can. But now it is time for lunch, and what we're doing for lunch today is actually a recipe that I just came up with this week, and it tastes really freaking good. So we're actually having some leftovers. So we are going to heat up this little leftover situation we got going on. Basically yesterday, the day before, I made up this little bean kind of dish. It's black beans, roasted red pepper, mushroom, tomato, and lots of spices, because if you can't tell by my voice, I have a bit of a flu going on, so I'm trying to clear that all up. So I'm going to heat it up. I'll link the video in the top of the screen here, where I made that, and underneath it in the description box is a list of all of the ingredients that I added to it. So I'm going to heat this up just on the stove, and I also have an egg boiling here. I'm going to attempt to make a soft boiled egg. I say attempt because I did not time it when it started boiling, so who knows what it's going to be like. Could be soft boiled, could be hard boiled, but that's what I'm going to have for my lunch today. And this here, because it's all beans, it's like super filling as well, and it has all of those good veggies in it. Lots of tomatoes, lots of mushrooms, lots of garlic, onion. Did I put onion in it? I didn't put onion in it, I lie. But it has lots of tomatoes and lots of mushrooms, and it's very tasty. Okay, lunch is served. Do you know what would have actually been really good with this? Avocado, but this is not ripe enough yet. Oh, so annoying. Anywho, I have my black beans, mushrooms, tomato, lots of garlic. There's some chili in there too, nice and spicy, and then my egg. Let's see what we're working with. Are you soft boiled? Are you hard boiled? Damn it! Ugh, it'll be fine. This would be so much better if it was soft boiled, but that is, oh, we're fogging up. There we go. That is my lunch for today. And I also have some tea because I always have tea. It's just a constant. Okay, it is a little bit later on now. It is 5:38 and we're gonna start prepping dinner. So for dinner tonight, I am gonna do some salmon. If you watch the channel, you'll know that for the most part, I eat a lot of fish. I love salmon, I love prawns, I love hake, monkfish, any shellfish. I'm a big fish fan. I will literally eat almost any fish. The only thing I don't like is trout or smoked haddock. I'd have regular haddock, but I think those are kind of the only things fish-wise I don't eat. But for the most part, I am a big fish lover. I don't really eat a lot of red meat for no specific reason. To be honest, I just don't really gravitate towards it. I probably ate a lot more of it beforehand, but it just, like, to me sounds a little bit heavy. So for the most part, I don't really eat red meat. So fish is generally my go-to, or like a little bit of chicken or turkey or something like that. So today we are doing salmon and we're starting now at 5:30 because I want to marinate my salmon. As a general rule of thumb, I like to try and finish eating before 8 o'clock at night. Obviously, if I'm going out for dinner or something, or if I'm really busy during the day and I end up eating a little bit later than that, it's not the end of the world. It's not a strict rule, but as a general rule of thumb, I try to eat before 8 o'clock because I just don't like food sitting in my stomach too late. It makes me feel really bloated and icky. So I try to eat a little bit earlier than that. So I'll kind of start cooking my dinner around like 7:30 or so. If I leave it any earlier than that and I stop eating at 7, I'll just end up like hungry before I go to bed. So I find that that's a kind of good time in the evening to start eating. So as I said, I'm going to be doing salmon. So I buy these salmon fillets from Marks and Spencer's. I have 4 salmon fillets in my fridge at most times. And as I mentioned earlier on, I'm a little bit on the sick side. So I've been trying to eat really spicy things recently. So we're going to do a kind of spicy Mexican inspired marinade on my salmon, and I'll probably end up cooking this in about 2 hours time. So I'm going to stick it in the fridge for like 2 hours to just soak up all of those lovely spices, and then I'm going to bake it in the oven. I bake mostly everything. I don't really fry too much. Okay, what are we going to do? We are going to do cumin, chili powder, chipotle paste, salt. I always use pink Himalayan salt. We're gonna do half a lime and some garlic and olive oil, and that's gonna be the marinade on my salmon. To be totally honest with you, I just kind of came up with that. I didn't see the marinade anywhere. I just thought all of it would go kind of good together. It sounded tasty, it sounded spicy, and it sounded like it was gonna help with my sickness. So this is what I meant earlier on by kind of like experimenting with food and making it a little bit more exciting. You could just bake your salmon in salt and pepper and garlic maybe, and that would taste really good. I put garlic in practically everything, to be totally honest, but I think it's nice to kind of mix things up a little bit every now and then and add some extra spices, and totally changes the flavor profile, sounded very fancy, of all of your dishes. So that is what I'm going to be doing with the salmon this evening, and I'm just going to bung it in the fridge for 2 hours, and then I will cook my dinner later on. And that is it all done. I'm not going to show it to you in depth because it looks pretty gross right now, but it smells amazing. So that is super quick and super easy to do. I will leave all of the like measurements and stuff like that I use for the spices down in the description box for you. It tastes really, really good as well. If you like spice, you'll enjoy this. It's not like overly spicy, but it's just nice. So I'm going to leave that in the fridge for an hour, and then we'll come back and we will get started on dinner, and I'm going to make myself another cup of tea. It is 7:49 p.m. and my salmon is in the oven, as is some broccoli. I decided to do that as part of my side. I love roasting vegetables in the oven now. It's just, oh my god, they taste so, so good. All that I roasted them in was some olive oil and like a seasoned salt. I don't know what is all in this, but I use this all the time. It tastes amazing. So there's sea salt, paprika flakes, black pepper, garlic, green pepper, onion, yellow mustard seeds, coriander seeds, red bell pepper, and parsley. So loads of yummy things. That'll be done in the next like minute. And also I'm gonna eat some of this, which I made last night. So over Christmas my mum actually picked up a salad from the deli in Marks and Spencer's, and I loved it. So I went online and tried to figure out the ingredients for it, and this is what I came up with. But you guys, it tastes amazing. So I made this up last night. These are great little salads to have in the fridge that you can just add to like your protein. Oh, there's my salmon ready. Let's take you out. Yum, yum, yum. I love when the broccoli does this, when it gets like really crispy on the edges. Oh, it tastes so good. And then that's the salmon, all cooked up in the marinade. Where was I with this here? Yeah, so these are really, really handy just to add to like your chicken or your fish or your meat or whatever you want to eat, even if you just are vegetarian and you love all of this kind of stuff. If you wanted to add it to more salad leaves, this would be amazing. So basically it's just mushrooms, green beans, spinach, and it's all cooked up in some garlic and rosemary. Oh my god, you guys, this tastes so good. If you want me to show you how to do this, let me know down in the comments and I'll include it in a vlog or something. But this tastes so good. So I'm going to add this to the broccoli and the salmon, and that's going to be my dinner for this evening. As I said, I am all for eating loads of veggies on the sides of things because in my eyes you can eat as many vegetables as you want and fill up on them all so that you don't snack on the bad stuff. But just as a side note, in case anybody asks, yes, I do eat chocolate. If I'm in Costa having a coffee, I do like the little Lindt balls in there. They're really good. I like to treat myself with desserts when I'm out sometimes, not all the time. So I think everything is all about just listening to your body and what your body wants. So I'm about to fill up on all of this yummy goodness. I cannot wait. I'm so excited, and I really hope that this spicy salmon clears my head. And there we have it. That is tonight's dinner. So roasted broccoli, some of my marinated salmon, and my little mushroom and green bean and spinach combo. Oh, there's also Parmesan cheese in this, which obviously makes everything taste amazing. Can't wait to tuck into this. Well, that was just delish. That is gonna be me for today. So that is like a really standard what I eat in a day. I suppose my lunch was a little bit different because I tried something different with the beans and everything. If I didn't have that, I might have had a salad or a soup, or like if I was out, I might have a toasted sandwich or something like that. But I do try to have like as much vegetables and fruit as I possibly can. I think that is the main thing over all of this, is just to try and incorporate as much fruit and vegetables into your meals as you can. Fill up on all the good stuff for you. So that's gonna be it for my little what I eat in a day today. Oh, actually, let's do question of the vlog. Okay, this is not related to what we were talking about at all, but Sarah just commented, so we're gonna do one from Sarah. So she asked, hashtag, why can I never just get this out straight away? Hashtag question of the vlog. What are some of your favorite books that you read last year? Also unrelated but still fun. What ride or attraction are you most excited for during your trip to Disney World? If you didn't know, I'm going to Disney World in a week. So excited. I loved The Great Gatsby. I really enjoyed that. And did I read that last year? I felt like I read that last year, the new Dan Brown book. Anywho, Dan Brown's latest book. I'm a huge fan of Dan Brown novels, so I really enjoyed that. And then, what ride or attraction are you most excited for? So much, because there's like so much new stuff since I was there last. I can't wait to go on Slinky Dog, so like the new ride in Toy Story Land. I can't wait to go on Flight of Passage in Pandora because it's supposed to be amazing, so I can't wait to do that. I also can't wait to do oh my god, what is that, the name of the one in Toy Story? Midway Mania. I am obsessed with that ride. Like, I mean obsessed with it. I am not a person that enjoys like Target games and stuff like that, but that ride is so addictive. It's so good. And oh, I can't wait to go on the safari. I can't wait to go on Everest. It's such a good ride. So much. I just can't wait to go. So thank you so much for your questions, Sarah. If you want to do a question of the vlog for my next video, make sure to comment down in the comment section using the hashtag question of the vlog, and I will answer it in my next video. Okay, I'm gonna go now because my nose is getting really stuffy. I don't know what it is about this time of the night, but I get really stuffed up and my voice starts to go. So I'm really hoping this cold flu situation goes away fairly quickly because it is not a fun time. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed today's little what I eat in a day, and I hope you found it helpful. As I said, I really don't want this video to come across as me telling anybody that they have to lose weight or anything like that. I'm simply doing it because you guys asked for it and wanted to see what I was eating and all that kind of good stuff, so I thought I would share. At the end of the day, it's all about being healthy and happy and feeding your body with good stuff and getting a little bit of exercise in so that your body can do what it needs to do to help you keep going. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or if you want me to go into detail about anything else, make sure to leave them down in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to do something else in another vlog really soon. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and click subscribe if you want to see some more and you're not already subscribed, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!